this session, we will discuss managing bids, or quotations. Sales order entry is clearly the workhorse of Eclipse. Not only does it allow for entering orders, it also, as we will see in this clip, is used for quotations, or bids. Since we are using sales order entry to create our bid, the procedures for identifying the customer, selecting a required date, and identifying the ordered by are exactly those that we have established in our previous clips. Once that information has been entered, we will use Alt-M, Mode, to select the bid option. Notice the sales order number generated by Eclipse now has a suffix of bid, highlighted on a red background. Items are entered exactly as described for sales order entry, the only difference being that the material is not committed. Upon completion of the line item entry, depressing Escape will bypass the header screen and take us directly to the status screen. Normally, we will email our quotation or bid to our customers. There are two schools of thought. One says email to myself and then forward that on to your customer, and the other emails directly to your customer. See your branch manager for the best practice in your branch. To email, to press Alt-P, print. Do not use the PRT status flag. Make sure that the print style is set to net. Then to press Alt-A for email, and the send email screen will pop up. If the customer's email address has been pre-assigned, it will automatically populate as the to entry. Otherwise, we will be required to manually enter the address. Finally, we need to establish a date for follow-up. To press Alt-F, bid follow-up, and use F10 to display the calendar and select the date we want to have our reminder pop up in the follow-up queue. Optionally, we can add a comment indicating who to call and perhaps the customer's phone number. As we depress Escape to exit from the bid, the email is sent automatically. We now need to see how the follow-up process works. From your F3 menu, select Queues, which is the U key, and then F for the bid follow-up queue. Enter your branch number. The user ID should default to your login. And now in this case, we want to see all open bids to be followed up for today and any preceding days. So use the F10 option to display the calendar and select today as the cutoff date. Next, to press Enter, and the display will list all of our bids that meet the cutoff date criteria. Now you would contact the customer. And there are several possible scenarios to consider. In the first scenario, the customer unfortunately tells us that they have gone with the competition. So obviously we try to find out exactly why and maybe make a note of it, but then we must cancel our bid. So from the bid screen, to press Alt-E to edit the order, and then Escape from the body screen. In the status screen, change the order status from B to X. Cancel. For scenario 2, the customer wants us to follow up a few days later. So after we depress Alt-E to edit the order, we use Alt-F, bid follow-up, to adjust the follow-up date. For scenario 3, the customer will accept our bid with a small change to the price on line 2. After depressing Alt-E to edit the order and adjust the price as requested. Then we escape to the status screen. Here, change the B order status to A, ship when available. This action will automatically take us to the header screen for entry of the customer purchase order number. Escape back to the status screen and update the required date or required dates. Finally, use F10 to display and select the correct ship via. That's it. Quotes and bids are very important, so let's make sure that we follow up.
Meep, meep.